Hey everybody, my name is Andrea and this is my video submission for assignment 2. I'm going to be talking about motivational theories, specifically the self-determination theory, who cares and why it matters. I chose to use the picture of a little guy because he looks totally unmotivated, and it's important because we as instructors care. We want to make sure that students are motivated to engage with the work and the messages that we are teaching, and as students we want to have something that's relevant and interesting in our lives that we're learning as well. So that's why I'm here to talk about self-determination theory, or SDT. I'll provide an overview of what I'm going to be talking about in this short video. So I'll be talking about motivation. What is motivation? I'll provide context for what motivational theories are, get more into the self-determination theory, including how to apply it, and I'll end my presentation with resources and my Creative Commons license. So what is motivation? How do we make things happen? Motivation is about what moves us to complete a task, including the intensity in which we complete the task. There's a lot of research into motivational theories, and motivational theories explore what drive people towards a certain goal or outcome. Cognitive and behavioral motivational theories are some of the two foundational motivational theories. Behavioral theories look at students that are motivated by external incentives and rewards, so things that come from the outside, whereas cognitive motivational theories look more at how motivation is reinforced through learners' thoughts. Now, the subcategory of needs theories falls under cognitive motivational theories, and a lot of people are quite familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is an example of the needs theories. So both cognitive and behavioral motivational theories suggest that motivation is a reaction to pressure, internal or external. Goal theories are a different way of looking at what motivates us. Goals theories suggest that students are motivated by performance goals, learning goals, or work-avoidant goals, and as instructors, it's our hope that we foster the two former goals and not the work-avoidant goals. In the 1980s, intrinsic motivation theories were developed, and basically they combine elements of the needs and goals models. Self-determination theory is one of these examples. Self-determination theory suggests that we engage in behaviors because we want to. It looks at both extrinsic, so those external, and intrinsic or internal motivations. And what I really like about self-determination theory is that it looks at the influence of cultural and social factors. There are three key pieces to SDT: competency, autonomy, and relatedness. This is another way of looking at social determination theory. So competency first is about developing and exercising skills for controlling the environment. Autonomy, the second piece, is about self-determination, including deciding what to do and how to do it. And lastly, relatedness encompasses affiliation with others through social relationships. And basically, self-determination theory suggests that we need these three pieces in order to be motivated. So how can we apply SDT as instructors? We need to create learning environments where students feel capable of the task, in control of the task. We need to feel that the content is relatable and that we have choice in that autonomy piece as well. So how can we apply self-determination theory? I was reading this article by Seibold in which they listed an example of including an assessment menu. So basically this allows students to choose a la carte off the syllabus how and when they are assessed. It empowers and motivates students with the course content in a way that caters to their own learning style, and it also allows for students to choose when they are assessed on the content and specific learning style, so it really has that autonomy piece built into it. But I definitely feel that I've heard of it before. Last course we had the textbook Teaching Naked, and they listed a very similar way to make a syllabus in which students were given scores and they kind of suggested making like a video game. I've also seen this activity listed in our current textbook by Barkley, where they instead call it student-generated rubrics. This is an example of the assessment menu, and it's pretty wordy. It's a screenshot that I took from the article, but basically it's one example of how to put together an assessment menu style syllabus. You can see that there are a bunch of different learning assessment choices and the different points available that the student will be allocated, as well as requirements and comments to kind of set the ground rules for what's expected of the students. So this is just one example of what an assessment menu might look like. Finally, there's an article that I listed in my resources that talks about 12 ways we can apply self-determination theory as facilitators, and these are the 3 that I like best out of the 12. So the first is to encourage active participation, give positive and constructive feedback. Finally, communicate value in uninteresting activities, which I think is really important because we can't do everything we love. Sometimes things might interest us less than others, and as instructors we just want to make sure that it's clear as to why we're learning this and not something more exciting to students. They gave an example of relating in when teaching biology and teaching about glucose to kind of relate it back to diabetes. So making those linkages and real life examples is super important in motivating students. In conclusion, there are lots of different motivational theories. I chose this one because I like that it looks at so many different elements, including that cultural and social factors that influence our motivation. This is my Creative Commons license. These are my references, and happy motivating!